Well, it's not just technical and practical considerations about extending the lifetime of a cable system. There are also other implications, and joining me to talk about those is Carl Osbourne of Tata Communications. Thanks, Carl. Just give me an understanding about what are the things you have to think about when your 25-year lease or 25-year lifetime of a cable starts to come to an end.
Yes, of course. Everyone thinks that the life of the cable is a technical discussion, but underlying the rights to operate a cable are very many licenses and permits and contractual obligations. When you build the cable, you enter into many contractual relationships with landowners, seabed owners, other parties that are involved in the project, and they all typically have a lifetime aimed at 25 years. So even if technically the cable can continue working, you have to review all of these underlying contractual relationships to see if you're permitted to continue operating the cable beyond 25 years. Some of the contracts continue rolling basis, some of them are fixed terms,
Right.
Some of them have opportunities to be extended, some of them do not even have any concept of extension. So you need to look at all these underlying contracts, ascertain which ones are going to expire when, and then those that are going to expire during the period you want to extend the cable, you're going to have to go out and contact and look at renegotiating, extending the contracts to see if they'll even let you continue using the cable.
I see. So it's sort of regular review of how your contracts are going clearly, and about taking the opportunities to see certain aspects, permits, licenses, you name it, whether it's with governments or with government authorities, entities like that, or whether it's with private companies who own land,
yes,
etc. Sounds like a minefield. Can it be?
Because who knows whether these parties are even going to entertain the concept of extending it. You know, if you're passing over a landowner, you've got 25-year right to use it. They may have plans to use that land for something different.
Yeah.
So when you go to them and say, we want to review and extend the contract, who knows if they're going to be agreeable to doing that.
And I guess on that basis, even if they are agreeable, it could be a costly affair.
Yes, because when you first entertain the contractual arrangement, then it could be 10, 20 years ago. Well, obviously market conditions have changed. The financial remuneration they may want for leasing their land could be very different. And they may look at that as an opportunity to try and increase their charges to you.
What kind of examples have you experienced in this world?
So within our working group, we were really looking at the issues and aspects that could come up. We haven't actually gone out and put this into practice as yet, so we haven't gone into that.
But clearly those kind of practical issues are out there, because when you're setting up a cable system, you're not thinking about in 25 years' time, are you? You're thinking about the here and now, and especially when negotiations can get fraught, you may have to compromise on certain items and articles in a contract.
So when these contracts were all being set up years ago, I don't think the concept of extending the life of the cable beyond 25 years was in anybody's minds. So those kind of concepts would not have been written into the contract on either party to the contract. So it's going to be a new negotiation. And typically when you go back to an entity to renegotiate, they'll use that as an opportunity to try and gain preferential terms. So it's definitely going to be a risk.
Well, that's a really interesting area to focus on, and one that I hadn't really taken on board until I heard you in the session. So thanks very much to Carl Osbourne there of Tata Communications.